What up to my subs? What up, y'all, man? How y'all doing, man? Thanks for clicking on this video. Today, man, I'm gonna do a story time about the time I found some weed in the car. This happened like in 2016. Well, the night was, I remember, I think I was gonna go buy some weed for my friend, Paul. And right by my house is like a little place where, like if they crash cars, like if people crash their car, or like if, yeah, like something like that, like if, like maybe if they find cars like on the freeway that like need to be repoed. It was kind of like a repoing company. And well, like this was before, because now in like 2019 they ended up putting a gate like in front of it, because like back in the day they used to just have a dog like to bark, and it's like right down my house, like down the street. And well, one day I was going to I stopped at the corner store by my house, because there's a corner store, because I wanted to buy some joints, I wanted to buy some papers, and I wanted to buy some blunts, you know what I mean, so I could smoke. And I started walking down the street, and for some reason, man, like I don't know, like I seen like they had like a lot of cars. I was like, bro, like it's a lot of cars in there, and I needed some money because I wanted to try to get some more money. You know what I mean? This was back in the days like when I used to go inside the cars and take money and stuff, like change. I used to take like quarters and stuff, dollars, and you know what I mean, all that. And I went inside one of this car. Like I was going into the cars before, you know what I mean? And I was checking in there. It had like a little bit of change, had some stuff in there. I took it, and then I went into this one car. And like before I got into the car, like right when I was walking into the car, I could smell like weed, bro. Like I could smell weed, and like had like this weird smell to the car, and I was like, what the fuck? So like I opened the door, and right when I opened the door, you can smell weed, and like right on the passenger seat, there was like a backpack. The backpack was just sitting in the chair. So I grabbed the backpack, and I put the backpack in my hand, and then I started like checking in like where the quarters are at, and I grabbed some quarters, and I started seeing, like looking in the back seat, seeing if anything was in there. There was nothing. So I grabbed the backpack, and I went to like a side so they couldn't see me, and I started opening the backpack. And when I opened the backpack, I put out a plastic bag, and it had like joint papers in there, but they weren't rolled up in weed. It was just like the papers that were in there, and then it had like some toothpicks, and it had like a fork in there, and it had like some Germex, you know what I mean, and like eye drops. And I was like, whoa! I said, it has eye drops and papers. I was like, bro, it has to be weed in here. So I kept looking, and then I grabbed like a big jar. I pulled out a jar, bro. Like I felt something big. I was like, what the fuck? And it was hard. So I was like, oh, it's a box. I pulled the box out, and it had like a lot of weed in there, yo. I'm talking about, it had like I'll say like it had nugs in there, like really big nugs. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna try to find the video. I'm gonna try to find a video of it so I can post it together on here, so y'all can see what I'm talking about, because I do have the video up. I think it's on Instagram. Oh man, it's on one of my old Instagram. It's on my old Instagram, and I forgot that. But yeah, man, I found a whole bunch of weed, and I took off running to my house, man. You know what I mean, bro? I started breaking down the weed, man. It had like, I say about like 20 nugs, 20 big nugs. And yeah, man, I was getting high for like months off of that weed right there, yo. And yeah, that was a story time that I found some weed inside of a car that had got repoed in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? And sometimes, man, I even find like, cause there's like a flea market by my house, and sometimes, man, I even find like little joints. I find like weed joints on the ground, like joints, and sometimes, man, I found like money on the ground. Like yesterday, like a couple days ago, I found like $1. I found $1 on the ground. What else? What else have I found? I found like, yeah, just weed. You know what I mean? Weed. I find joints and stuff. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I be finding a lot of stuff in my neighborhood, man. That's the story time of the time I found some weed inside of a car. And I was happy that day, man. I took off running to my house, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Y'all drop a comment, man, if y'all want to hear more story times. And y'all let me y'all drop a like. And yeah, man, go check out some of my reactions. And yeah, man, thanks for clicking on this video, man. Peace.